Hey everybody. I just thought I'd freaking talk about this game that I'd seen tonight, dude. Oh my god. The Ohio State Georgia game. Okay. We had I mean, it was a great day. Usually playoff games are blowouts, and every single, I say every single, both playoff games this year were great, and they were close games and everything, and like I would love to be able to enjoy that fact, but the fact that Georgia's in here and the fact that they freaking won, it just really puts a sour taste in my mouth and kind of ruins, what would be an exciting game. And I freaking can't believe that this sorry punk ass Bulldogs freaking came back and beat Ohio State, dude. And it's just that was just the worst shit I've ever seen, man. Freaking Ohio State, dude. I did everything that they could to win, man, and just had it stacked against them. And look, Ohio State, man, I got all the respect in the world for you. Freaking C.J. Stroud, he played like a Heisman candidate, unlike some other quarterbacks that played in that game. Okay, Ohio State did everything they could. They're freaking in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which you have Georgia playing them there for 3 times this year. They've had however many home games they have, 6 home games or whatever, plus the 3 times they've played in the freaking Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the home state. Okay, it's just bullshit. Freaking come out here and play in their home state, and then when they go on the road, they suck. Like at Missouri, they couldn't go on the road and take care of a freaking 6-6 awful, god awful Missouri team. They got to freaking play in their home state and and get this home field advantage. They're nothing without it. They're nothing with it, to be honest. They're just a sorry freaking pitiful team that got bailed out tonight by the refs, and yes, again, by a wide receiver getting hurt. And like, I mean, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. And you Georgia fans, stay the hell out of my comment section. You guys are so pitiful and just unbelievable. The way that I had nobody except for Ohio State and Georgia Tech fans in my stream the entire game. And they freaking come out of the woodwork at the end when they're winning, dude. It is just the most egregious, and like they disappear. I don't want to hear it from any of you, because when Georgia is losing, you're gone. You're gone. You're all a bunch of fake freaking bandwagon fans that freaking poof like the wind whenever you lose, whenever your sorry punk ass team gets what they deserve and loses. So don't freaking come and give me shit about this. I cannot believe the gall of you people to try to show up and talk shit to me now. Come leave comments when you were not there the entire stream. You weren't there the whole time. And at the freaking end, there's 100 people in my live stream, and you freaking all of a sudden show up and want to make fun of C-Dog. It doesn't work like that. Okay? I'm here no matter what, and you freaking people get to disappear. So, to all of your dumbass comments that you're going to leave about your freaking Bulldogs, I don't want to freaking hear. I'm not going to respond to you. I don't respect you, and I don't want to hear from it. Okay? The better team did not win tonight. Okay? Ohio State freaking did everything they could. Clearly the much better team, much better quarterback, better offense, just a better team overall. And the amount of egregious things that happened. You're telling me that wasn't targeting on Marvin Harrison Jr.? I've sat here and watched since they've introduced this targeting rule. I sat here and watched them freaking kick dudes out of the game where their body they couldn't control themselves like at all. And the person with the ball carrier like ducks their head down and runs into and it's just by happenstance. I've seen players, Charlie Thomas, I've seen players like that get ejected from games. Not not trying to hurt anybody, but just by happenstance that their body, their momentum took them and it happened to be targeting. I sat here and watched freaking players for years get thrown out for that. And you're going to tell me that Georgia player that come and took the freaking receiver's hat off wasn't targeting? You're going to tell me Brock Bowers got the freaking first down out of bounds? Or that Kirby Smart called the timeout on that fourth down freaking, and the refs blew the play after they blew the whistle after the play had started, after they clearly got the first down? Are you kidding me? Every single key moment in the game went towards Georgia's way. And they had a freaking, yet again, a wide receiver. Just like Alabama last year. When Alabama lost just one of their wide receivers and was still whooping the shit out of Georgia. And then they lose their second one during the game. And that's the only reason Georgia won last year. And it's the only reason Georgia won this year. Because they got away with taking the freaking head off of this poor receiver and just clocked him out and freaking gave him a concussion. I mean, all these targeting calls I've seen, and that was a no call. Unbelievable, dude. And that was the difference. That was the difference. That Brock Bowers freaking first down that they scored on, that was the difference. The freaking conversion on fourth down was the difference. And especially that touchdown that Ohio State would have got if it would have been targeting. So freaking bailed out by the refs and bailed out, and again, by a wide receiver getting hurt. Sorry, punk-ass, pitiful Bulldogs. Their offensive and defensive lines, overrated. I don't want to freaking hear about anything, but laughed at Ohio State for being soft and got pushed around all night by them. Laughed at Ohio State for being soft and getting pushed around by Michigan. Well, look what happened to you. The same damn thing. Get pushed around. Ohio State gets pushed around by Michigan. You get freaking pushed around by them. What does that make you? Soft. And you couldn't do it in the Georgia Tech game either. In the Georgia Tech game, they needed 1 yard. They needed 1 yard against the piss poor, freaking pitiful little Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Against our offensive line, or defensive line, and they couldn't get a single yard on us. They had to freaking send Brock Bowers out in the freaking and throw a cute little pass to him because they can't get a yard on nobody. Not even Georgia Tech. They're just pitiful, man. They don't belong in the national championship. They don't belong, dude. Say. And Stetson Bennett, the worst quarterback ever. The worst freaking quarterback ever. And he's sitting here. People pretend like Stetson Bennett is some kind of amazing underdog story. He's a walk-on. He's such an inspiring story. He's a douchebag. He is full of his... Have you ever listened to him talk? He is full of it. He's full of himself. And he's just... He's just a punk, dude. He's a freaking 25-year-old player running around surrounded by talent, and that's why he wins. He's not a good quarterback. He's like 5'3", and he should not have been on the Heisman ceremony. He's a joker and a clown. And he sucks, and you guys won the game not because of Stetson Bennett, but despite Stetson Bennett. Despite it. For the past however long he's been the starter, for the past couple seasons. You won the game despite Stetson Bennett. And guess what? When Stetson Bennett leaves, it's going to be Carson Beck, and he's terrible too. Stetson Bennett. God dang, dude. I've gone on long enough about this. Freaking Bulldogs. But you want to know another thing? Georgia fans act like they have actually won the national championship. I hate to break it to you guys. That was a semifinal game. That was not the national championship. And you still got one game left. So that game is yet to be played. So many people said you blow out Ohio State, and look what happened. You didn't. You barely freaking won off of some bullshit. Okay. Think you're gonna freaking roll up in the national championship and you've won it already and you're gonna go back to back? Yeah. Let me tell you something. For the second year in a row, Sea-Dog is going to the national championship. Go Frogs, and to hell with Georgia.